All right, we'll continue on from the back door. Like I said, garage door here. Swinging around to the kitchen. You do have a pantry right here, which I'll show you here in a sec. Little pantry. And then we'll just swing back around here really quick. Then we'll head off to the bedrooms for the upstairs. You have a coat closet right in between the living room and the dining room area. And then this is going to be the shared bathroom for the master and the main floor. It is completely separated area for the sink area. And then the shower and toilet are in its own separate space as well. It is pretty tight in the bathroom, so just something to note. It just feels tight, door-wise and space-wise. And then they did finish out this bathtub with tile all the way to the ceiling. Little window that goes out to the backyard. And then tub looks like it's in good shape as well. Sorry if the camera's acting up there for a second. Not sure what's going on with that. And then you do have access to the master bedroom, to this bathroom, since it is the master bathroom and also the main living room's bathroom and the rest for the main floor. We'll head to the master bedroom. It is a king-size bed in here for reference, so you have a place for 2 nightstands to easily fit. But that would be about it. No dressers probably fit in here. You do have a split unit in the master bedroom as well. And then your closet is it's about 8 foot long by 2.5 foot deep. And it might be a little bigger than that. Maybe it's 3 foot deep by the time it's all said and done. And then, yeah, no attic access from the closet. This bedroom is the closest to Hampshire Road, so like I said, it is an access road to the neighborhood. So even sitting here with the window open that they have, you hear traffic coming through. Probably once that window's closed, or it gets a lot quieter. Or you could go in and upgrade the windows in here as well, and it would make this room a lot quieter, or the house quieter overall. Carpets are in decent shape. They have been used well, so just something to note. And then this is the second bedroom upstairs. This is the smallest bedroom out of all the bedrooms. This would be ideal for an office space. Split unit in here as well. And this faces the front of the house, which is to the south. And in this room, also off of Hampshire Road, is very quiet with the window closed. All rooms have 8 foot ceilings, and all rooms do have some form of light in here that's on the ceiling. And then you do also have, this closet's a little bit tighter. This is a probably 5 foot long by 2.5 foot wide closet. Doors trim all look good on this side of the house as well. Still all that 4-inch trim around the doors, all caulked, all sealed, so it looks really nice. The updates that they did on this main floor, other than the laminate countertops, are well done, and it makes this area feel nice, warm, and inviting. The space in here is a little tighter. I think the main living room area is not as tight. I think this has really good feel, really good space, but the bedrooms definitely are a little bit tighter. We'll head downstairs really quick. Carpet's in good condition coming down. It's seen some wear and tear, but overall carpet looks good. Brings you in a nice large living room area. If it was me on that side, me living here, I'd probably have my living room down here, and then how they have it set up, just have kind of like a reading room upstairs where that fireplace is at. Plenty of space in here. Really large sectional here, just for reference. And so this really has room for all type of furniture. And then they do have this other office space up here. So this could be used as a bedroom, non-conforming bedroom. So you'd have to give someone a discount or turn this into an office space and use the bedroom upstairs as a spot to stay for if you do rental or anything like that. But this is a nice little bedroom or office setup, very large. Could easily fit a king bed in there, just reference, or a very large desk in there as well, plus a couch or furniture or anything like that. Straight across from the stairs that go upstairs is going to be the laundry room for the entire house. Very large laundry room in here. Good space, plenty of storage. Old school ironing board that pops out. It's behind all their stuff, so I'm not going to move that. And then you do have access, if I can open it up, to under the stairs for storage. So just an extra little storage spot there. And then you do also have under stair storage as well with the door, but it just gives you a little more access back in there. So that little cubby hatch is back there where I'm pointing the camera now. Downstairs, very quiet. No noise whatsoever. And then in these big doors here, they're a little tight, so I'm not going to push them all out, but a lot of storage as well here in the basement in the laundry room. Same exact identical shelving on the other side. Just give me a second. Little box was getting stuck on me there. Okay, it's just going to get stuck on everything. Okay, sorry for the jiggling of the camera. That was a struggle. Another little closet right here as well for more storage. And then, because this house has no furnace in it for your HVAC unit, your water heater is in the basement, and then you have the radiant heat throughout the home, plus the split units, so it does keep things a little more simplified for that. And your main water shutoff is right behind the water heater in here as well. Back out from the laundry room, we'll head over to the bedroom and bathroom for the downstairs. Bathroom. This bathroom is way nicer than the one that's upstairs. It's because I had the space to put this in. Really good large shower in here. Same professionally done tile work as above. Has a little seat as well that's granite, or sorry, it looks like it's just a small piece of quartz countertop that they use for it. And then a really nice large shower pan. Shower pan's a little dirty, just visually, but probably can clean up pretty nicely. And then overall, bathroom basement is phenomenal in terms of looks. There is no access into the bedroom from the bathroom, so we'll head into the last bedroom here. This is a queen bed in here with 2 nightstands. So lengthwise, good length in this bedroom, but widthwise, not so much. And so plenty of space for a good bedroom, but it is going to be a little bit tighter. And then you do have a nice oversized closet. It is probably a 12-foot long closet by 2.5 foot wide. No split unit down in the basement for AC, but you do have radiant heat down here as well for this bedroom. So it'll stay nice and warm down here during the summer and winter time. But because it is a basement as well, it'll stay cool. And with the windows in here, natural lighting is pretty decent in here because it's not a super deep window well. Well, that is it, guys. I am going to get out of here. Let me know if you have any questions on this place. And I will be heading over to the next one and getting that video as well. All right, talk to you later, guys. Bye. Here we are at 2300 Limousine Court in Fort Collins. In terms of neighborhood-wise, you are right off of Hampshire Road, which you did ask at first hand if that was going to be a busy road. Right now we're at rush hour, busiest time of the day, and it is very quiet. Sorry for the wind noise today. We'll get inside here pretty quick. But you do get a little bit of road noise because this is a major way to come into the neighborhood, so just something to keep note. But we're about to get some pretty bad weather out here, so I'm going to move a little quicker. Pretty much everybody in this cul-de-sac does keep care of their place. The one that's the least taken care of is the house right next door to this property. I can see they leave a little bit of junk in their backyard, but you do also have a 6-foot tall privacy fence, so you won't see it too much, especially it being a ranch style home. Coming up to the house, everything has been painted. Solar panels are leased and will be leased by the new owner, so we would just have to go through and double check to kind of see what that would look like and how they would transfer over. If that's something you guys would be interested in, we could always look at having them buy them out, but then negotiation on the purchase price would be a little bit tougher. I think the solar panels on this cost around $34,000 to pay off, so something we'd have to kind of look into. So negotiation wouldn't probably be the greatest, but freshly placed sod, new sod out front. You can see the irrigation is running right now because they're having to really water it up. You do have a fire hydrant as well that is in this yard, so there is going to be a little bit of an easement for that. Concrete coming up to the house is a little bit pitted, so someone probably used salt on it. Just been damaged over time. Very little cracks in the driveway. Camera's probably not doing justice on the pitting, but could be changed out at some point, but it's more of a cosmetic thing. Roof-wise, roof looks like it's in pretty good shape as well. Nothing major to note on it. A big chunk of it is solar panel, so changing out the roof sometimes can be a little more expensive. The flashing around the fireplace looks like it's pretty well sealed on that, but I would have an inspector take a little bit closer of a look at just the seal work around that, just to make sure things look good. But the cap for the fireplace looks like it's in good shape as well. Garage door looks like it's in good shape. Nothing, no big dents or gaps in between. And then you do have a little section right here as well that has just some little shrubbery and mulch. I would probably rock that in and maybe just turn it into an extra space for your driveway. You could easily park 4 cars in the driveway, and then the garage is also a really good size as well, so you could easily park more cars, or 2 cars in the garage, plus have still plenty of storage. Windows on the exterior, they're good. They're definitely a little bit older on that side, but they are the vinyl windows, double pane. I didn't see any ones that were in total major issues or anything. Sidewalk coming up is also in good shape, no major cracks. It's sloped away from the house. It's a relatively bigger slope, so it probably settled a little bit, especially when they were redoing the yard. It looks like it maybe settled a little more than they expected, so you could always go in and mud jack that. Paint on the house, they did paint these bricks. It was probably a red brick at one point. One thing about painting brick that I've learned in the past is that you have to continually repaint those quite a bit. The paint just doesn't last nearly as long on brick and can start flecking and peeling off at times. So I've never been the biggest fan of painted brick, but it does make the house look a little bit newer and nicer. But this is where they spent the most of the money, is updating the interior of this house. They put a really nice LPV flooring in here, nice and solid. They also, this is radiant heat, so I'll show you that really quick. You'll see them along the floors here. So radiant heat. So it's a good way to heat rooms. It can be a little more expensive because there's electricity, but they also do have split units as well to be able to bring AC into the home, and those also can produce heat as well. So 2 ways to be able to heat the home, which could hopefully kind of offset that just a little bit and make it a little bit easier. Painted fireplace as well, same paint as the exterior. It actually is nice and fresh. Paint on this kind of brick, because it's not dealing with weather, will last a long time, so it will stay nice and looks nice, and it is a real wood fire burning place. and it does look like they do use it quite a bit. Living room wise, I would say living room, if you were willing to put the TV above the fireplace, one thing I would do is probably put a little bit bigger of a mantle. If you were to use that fireplace and have a TV above it, you would end up wanting to have some protection where the TV and the heat don't match up. So adding a little bit of safety features if you're putting the TV above the fireplace. Otherwise, there's really no other place in this living room to really put a TV. You could do one in the corner over behind this fake little pampas grass that they have in the corner. They do have the outlets and TV hookups in there. So you could put a little console in there. And then the way I'd probably orient it is probably have some sectional that goes along your railing right here and then bumps out along this side. Or like they have it up with just a simple couch too as well. The living room does expand over into the separate dining room from the kitchen. This dining room is actually a really good sized dining room. So a good sized table, obviously a 6-person table could fit in here, but you could easily fit an 8-person table in here as well with the space. So it is one of the nicer dining rooms we've seen. Ceiling heights are at 8 foot. All the trim around the house in terms of the floorboard trim is all the 4-inch more modern updated trim. And then the paint in here as well is kind of a grayish green, I guess is the best way I could put it, a light gray green. But it does complement the house, and it does bring in a lot of good natural light, even with how dark it is today with the storm that we're about to get. Right across from your downstairs little spot will be the kitchen. Laminate countertops. It is looks like it probably was originally the original cabinets, but they did upgrade the doors and hardware on them, so it does make the kitchen look nice and newer. They have LG appliance, Frigidaire, microwave, and a Frigidaire electric stove and oven. Everything in the kitchen looks nice. It looks like they did paint it within the last few years. It doesn't feel super tight in here, which is nice as well, and it opens up to the rest of the house. So this does have a nice first floor open concept. The stairs do block up a little bit of the space. You know, it'd been cooler if that wasn't there, but it's a good use of space as well to be able to have a stairs there versus really anywhere else. And then I'll show you, it's an LG split unit just so you guys know on that end. And then from the kitchen, you do have your garage door there, and then back door, and then they do have a little doggy door as well that goes out into the back patio. We'll check out the garage super fast, just because I was showing you guys the space and talking about it. Unfinished garage, but it is a lot of storage in here right now, so it's going to be kind of hard to tell how big this is, but this is a really good sized garage. Easily fit 2 cars in here, as well as being able to have storage on the side since it's a little more oversized. And then you can easily fit 2 cars in here, as well as having extra storage as well in here. And then they do have access from the garage to the outside for a mower or something like that. And then one other thing to note as well, this is a solar paneled house, so they do have an EV charger. The little green light that's in there is tucked up in the back. That does stay with the home. If you have an EV car, kind of a nice little feature to have, but not sure if that's something, I've never discussed that with you guys, if you have that or not. Okay. We're just going to lightly peek outside and show you it's raining at this point. Pergola and deck could use a lot of love. Repainting or redoing it would be a nice little deal to do. The paint has all been chipped away at this point on the railings. Any of the little railings here, it's been really chipped off and hasn't been repainted in a long time. And the deck does feel nice and solid on the baseboards here, but they are starting to show their wear and tear. So going in and restaining this would make a heck of a difference, and then or putting in Trex decking or something like that. You do have a couple mature trees in the back here as well. You do have a sycamore tree that goes up and above the house, and this has all been resodded as well in the backyard. So it does go up above the pergola a little bit, but it does not go over the top of the house. And then just to show you, there's a little bit of a backup here, but like I said, a little bit of traffic that does come off of Hampshire, but it is still a very quiet area to be. They have a separated, really actually well done garden bed. Doesn't look like the garden beds has been used in a long time. One thing I would do probably to the backyard is actually put a bigger privacy fence up along the side of the drive, just along the side of Hampshire, just to bring a little more privacy to this backyard. If you were sitting on the back patio here, you wouldn't really see much of the traffic, but it would just make a heck of a difference in this backyard. The fence around here, the fence on the outside of the house is actually really good. That it faces Hampshire. It looks like it's all solid and redone. But anything that does face any of these other homes, the fence is in need of some love and attention. There's some posts that are missing, and there's some parts that are leaning over or tilting that hopefully you guys can see in the video. But overall, backyard's really nice. It just could use a little love and update on some of the smaller things, especially with this house right up here. It must be a rental is my guess, just based off of how it looks, and it's been taken care of like a rental. So I can see that this fence over here is starting to kind of fall over quite a bit, and so that would be one of the first things I would do, is get that fixed up and making it a little bit nicer. And then your solar power bank is just right here on this corner. I'm not going to walk over there with the mud and everything, but your solar panel is on the west side of the house. Garage is on the west side of the house, and then it looks like the majority of your bedrooms for the upper floor are going to be towards the east side, which is near the Hampshire Road. And it looks like they do have a little shed over here that I'm going to see if I can get access to or not, just since it's there. I'll just show you around the corner there as well. Good sized backyard. And then they do have a little shed in here just for storage. Doesn't look like they keep anything. I'd probably keep my mower in here. It does have a little skylight. Looks like it's had some damage in the past from moisture. It's raining right now. Don't see any at this moment, so they probably fixed that up. Looks like they maybe had some rodents in here at one point or another, just because it is a shed, and just a lot of debris. And that's off of the garden area, and the garden area is actually all platformed with 2x4, treated 2x4s, so kind of a nice little deal and rocked in. Has an active radon system attached to the home already, and all the trim, paint out here, windows all look like it's in good shape. And looking at the roof from the back as well, also looks like it's pretty good without getting on top of it. We'll head back inside now. There's that extra little part for the doggy door. And I'm going to take my shoes off here really quick because they did get a little muddy.